Hi. Um, I was on YouTube a while ago and basically gave an update of like my medical history and now decided to do a little bit more and to see if anyone else has similar sort of problems that I do. Um, Finally diagnosed with advanced stage of CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome, and would like to know people with the same condition and the symptoms they've got from speaking to the medical profession that I see at Walton Neurological Centre. They seem to imply that with the new research, then it's more of an autoimmune condition rather than a pain condition. And so, obviously, they may have to change the name and also the way they treat the condition. I mean, most people that I speak to, it's just managed by um, pain control, and that's all. But there are other symptoms that seem to come about which they are aware of, or certain professional people are, that seems to be related to the condition. But when you go and talk to, say, some doctors, they may know of CRPS, but they don't recognise the other conditions unless it's a particular specialist in the field. Um, I mean, one of the symptoms is I get like blisters, which are like burns. I've described it as the same action as the pain, where the pain builds up to an uncontrollable measure, and this is the same. The heat seems to build up in the foot, and then the body reacts as if it's been burned and creates a blister. So I would sort of like to know if anyone else, suffers these sort of things. I've heard of all sorts of different problems, um, and I'd sort of like to know um, if anyone else has experienced this. I mean, at the moment, I'm on very high medication. Find it very difficult to cope day to day. Generally, I found, which consultant thought was interesting, oxygen, due to the muscles in the condition don't absorb oxygen the same way. I have oxygen when I'm sort of doing things and active, which stops the tiredness. Doesn't completely get rid of it, but it helps a little bit. Um, so anyone else with the condition, it's worth bearing in mind that it might not work for everyone, but it's an interesting concept. And the consultant that is a specialist in CRPS that I've seen found very interesting that I was actually trying that process. I have heard that oxygen absorption, in like America, has helped with the condition. So maybe it's one way of trying to control it. So anyone out there with any comments, I'd be happy to hear from you sometime. And sorry about the funny things, but I just thought to make a bit more light-hearted. And sorry if I look a bit sort of dazed, but medication unfortunately has these long side effects. So see what happens. Bye for now.